Hey guys, welcome back, welcome along. This is the first video we're going to start putting the squad together, okay? I've just set these next 3 episodes out as like kind of little slideshows like I've done for you in the past when I'm kind of been bringing and highlighting things to you, just to make it nice and easy and concise, okay? So with us starting on this page, you can probably tell who the goalkeeper is going to be, okay? It's Jan Oblak. So the first thing we're looking at is the fixtures, okay? Now, I've bought everyone at 1:30, 1 o'clock, something like that, on the 6th of April, okay, so I've got all the way to the 6th of May, yeah, 5th of May, I've got all the way to the 5th anyway. So the first thing I was want to do is the fixtures within that period, okay, so our boy Jan, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fixtures, which is brilliant. If we get in, for the goalkeeper, if we get a clean sheet against Barcelona, I'd consider that a miracle, but it's a great time to buy him because not many people will be expecting that, so not many people have probably jacked his price up for the match day, so he'll be sitting at a nice little price for us to get on at the moment. If we look at Atletico Madrid, the one thing that stands out here is when they win, they have a clean sheet. So the possibility for clean sheets across all these fixtures that they have is very, very high. Barcelona aside, Celta Vigo, Eibar, Valencia, Valladolid, Espanyol, very, very likely for Oblak to do his job. We look at the guy here, and for goalkeepers, there's not really much, unfortunately, to tell you on Flash, on whoscored.com. It's just, tackles and dribbles and whatever, not very much. And if we look at his price here, because of the change to the index and the dividend structure, he's been on a nice upward trajectory, and when you compare him to other goalkeepers, he is certainly undervalued at the moment, and he's definitely got some good room for growth. Okay, so Jan Oblak is in goals. The next player we've got in the defence is Rafael Guerreiro, okay, so Guerreiro, it was on a video I did a while ago called Exploiting Defenders, okay, and you'll see, if you didn't watch that video, you'll shortly see why we called it that, okay. Again, against Bayern tomorrow, it's not a given, we're not expecting anything in that game. If he plays, if he does well, scores, gets an assist, whatever, I'll consider it as a nice wee bonus. But then the games against Mainz, Freiburg, Schalke, the derby, and then Werder Bremen are all must-win games for Dortmund if they're running in to beat Bayern to the league. Depending on how that game goes will determine how likely and how much pressure Dortmund are under to make that happen. But all the same, regardless of that outcome, every one of these games they will be seen as must-win, and they'll be throwing the kitchen sink at it. When we look at Dortmund's results, they're a high-scoring team. There's goals always involved in the match, sometimes on the wrong side of the pitch for them, but nonetheless they're an attacking team, nice and open. And you've got a defender that has got a good record of contributing towards goals. As you can see here in the Bundesliga, 12 starts, 6 games, 2 goals, 5 assists, which is nice for a defender. But when you drill in a little bit deeper, you can see he's actually played 10 games at left mid, where he scored 4 goals and made 3 assists in all competitions. So this guy, even though he's listed on the index as a defender, you're kind of getting a wee sneaky bit out of him up the field, which is nice. We look at him on the index, and we're pretty much picking him up almost at one of the cheapest points you could possibly wish to get him at over the last 3 months. Getting him at 72 pence is a lovely position for him to be at. That big dip right before the kind of little section we're at now is also off the back of Dortmund getting eliminated from the Champions League, but nonetheless, great price for him, a lot of room for growth, which is good. The next one we have in defence is another kind of left back, and that's Andy Robertson. So again, we look at Liverpool's fixtures. Champions League games against Porto, you'd expect them to progress. Chelsea will be difficult, but then they've got Cardiff and Huddersfield and Newcastle, 3 games in the league that you'd expect them certainly to do well in, and if they're doing well, scoring goals, pushing for the league. And then you've got potentially, I think maybe one more Champions League game could fall into this this part of the calendar. Then Andy Robertson this time last season, and you'll hear me saying this again in the next episode about someday, but this time last season is really when Andy Robertson came to life and really put his name on the map when Liverpool made their run for the Champions League final. So he's got a history of playing well at this part of the season, and I like things like that. If we look at him individually, here overall, 31 starts in the league, 9 assists, which is tremendous. Tackles per game is nice and high, dribbles and shots are decent enough for a left back. And then when we look at his season as a whole, 41 games at left back, 11 assists, so kind of speaks for itself really. As long as Liverpool are playing well and scoring goals, he's going to be involved in making that happen, And if you look at his price, he's certainly not on the cheaper end of his scale, but with Liverpool progressing in the Champions League, the change to dividends, I still would say he's underpriced, but what is going to really show his true value to the market is when he does pick up dividends again. He wins best defender or something like that, because that's when you'll see a nice upsurge of price, and that's when you'll really see where he should be sitting in the market. He's not had that really since these changes have come in. This spike has really brought him back up to a pre-established ceiling that he had already from just playing well, so we've yet to have his post-split, win some dividends, big spiky boost. Okay, the next one we've got plays for Napoli. You can probably guess who it is. It's our boy Kalidou Koulibaly. Okay, so we look at the fixtures: Genoa, Arsenal, Chievo, Arsenal, Atalanta, Frosinone, and then Cagliari. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fixtures in the next 30 days. That is brilliant. So again, with the games they've got there, I fancy them to go past Arsenal. That's kind of why I've picked them, because I expect when that happens, his capital to go up, its cost, on top of it. If he scores a goal, brilliant. I'm not really expecting him to be honest with you. If he plays well and he's in amongst it for best defender, he gets a transfer link perhaps in this time as well. He's got a few things going on that can boost his price, certainly. And as you can see, he's in the top 7 for the whole of Napoli. You know what I mean? So he's the best defender. I don't know about this Kevin Malquit, but it's his right mid there. Is he really a defender? Is he an Aguero type player? So he's doing really well, nice and solid. As you know, he's linked to everyone in the summer. This season, Champions League, he's been solid enough. An average rating of 7, some nice stats. Europa League, sorry, if you look right at the bottom there, 3 games, 7.2. So he's fitting in there quite nicely. And then in the league, 28 games, average of 7 rating, 2 assists, no goals, and the stats here are pretty solid. We'll look at him in Football Index, and again, because the speculation that's been around him for a while, the change to dividends, etc., the split, he's been on a nice upward trajectory, and I don't really see, unless he gets knocked out by Arsenal, it might take a bit of a hit and move backwards until a newspaper writes something about him. But I don't see any significant downward trends coming anytime soon. Cool. So that's the defence, guys. We've got Oblak in goals. We've got 20 of them at 57 pence. We've got 10 Guerrero at 72 pence. We have 10 Koulibaly at 133. And we have 11 Robertson at 95 pence, guys. Okie doke. Thanks for tuning in. Like, share, subscribe, retweet, all that good stuff, guys. And I'll catch you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.